Alright, everybody. Third verse, same as the first. I'm Oblivious, and this is Dead Space Chapter 11.
Mr. Clark, I'm approaching the shuttle hangar. You must find your way to the cargo bay. The marker, it's being stored in there. There's a cargo loading lift there you can use to deliver the marker up to the hangar. Please, you must help me with this. It's the only way.
And, yeah. Got an exploder right from the start. So, yeah. We'll be seeing that one again, but I'm joined with my my enthusiastic commenter, Azur Inc.
Hey.
And his less enthusiastic one, Newbie Spud.
You beat me to the joke, you bastard.
Well, I knew where it was going, so...
But yes, we're here to scare Newbie Spud again.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much the appeal at this point. I don't know what's going on, and...
Okay,
I don't particularly know what's going on either.
Well, yeah, but you're less scared by it.
Well, okay, to give a brief recap of what Crazy Mankind has been saying,
we have to go find the marker and deliver it?
Yeah, we have to find the marker in cargo bay. Go ahead.
Oh, so he wants to put it on the shuttle and then go back to the planet's surface with it, so that the evil monster creature that is underneath the planet, goes back to sleep and all this stuff goes away.
And I'm pretty sure you can all guess by this point that that does not go well, but it's always fun to watch a train wreck happen, or...
Not when it involves a whole bunch of bodily horror.
Speaking of bodily horror, that was 2 lurkers.
Did the lurkers come from the pregnant?
Yes, it did. I did that on purpose, actually.
I thought they were supposed to spew out those little tiny guys.
On the lower levels it does, but on higher levels it's got 2 lurkers.
Higher level, as in the fact that you're in Chapter 11?
Yes, the fact that I'm in Chapter 11. Chapter 12, ouch, is the last chapter. Which probably explains...
Duck.
They don't add the ducking feature until Dead Space 3.
Of course. There are always times where you wish you could duck, and the game's like, nope, you can't duck. You're like,
yeah, and then the third game, it's not very practical, but you can duck anyway.
Well, there were several times on that lift that you could have avoided shots if you could duck.
Yep, that would indeed help, but no sense in wishing for a shit we don't have. Anyhow,
Anyway.
This is the cargo bay, and I don't know who upkept this place, but it is in shambles. And I'm not talking about the necromorphs. I think at some point I panned down to actually see all the crates knocked over, and I'm pretty sure cargo storage does not work that way. Then again, we did have a military frigate crash into the ship, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah. Let's not go blaming the staff right away.
Especially since they're all dead.
Yeah. So that's a bit harsh. To just like
It's not good.
Who was in charge of this place? Oh, there he is, and there he is, and there he is.
They're just laying down on the job is all.
Well, no, they're not. That's the problem. It's not good to speak ill of the dead, especially when they have sights for hands.
That is also true.
But yes, this chapter is pivotal, not because of plot development or my skill of playing, but the fact that I used the contact beam for once, and also the fact that apparently that dude on the Valor somehow survived on the ship because he's stealing all my shit.
Oh, is it the guy that like stole your 2?
Guy from Chapter 9 who ran away and stole my fucking power nodes, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Proving cargo.
You know, I'm always terrible at these grabbing games, so I'm just glad it does it for me.
I was gonna say something.
After insert quarters to grab the marker.
Hello.
That is
not bringing that closer to me would be a good idea, please.
Don't worry, it's in a cage.
That sure.
Kinesis module required for further cargo transport.
And of course, disturbing this thing wakes the natives, so I gotta go say hi.
Look
Hello.
at that little conga line going.
Yep. I'm getting good.
That's working out pretty well.
Well, it did blow up the pregnant over there, so that didn't go.
Hello.
The drag tentacle's back, except this time he's not dragging. He's just a slam tentacle, I guess you could call it, or a thump tentacle, or.
Because otherwise they would have to render this whole area, like, underneath.
Yeah, they would. And I'm going.
That.
Yeah, I'm not stupid enough to walk in front of it, so I'm just gonna.
Contact beam?
Yes, contact beam. Finally get to use this thing.
Charge it.
I'm waiting for it, because I upgraded the charge time. There we go.
That's
Nice.
That is so satisfying.
I didn't even see the aiming beam.
Yeah, it's kind of tiny. I kind of wish I'd been recording the audio, because you should have heard me go, hell yeah, when I shot that thing. Yeah, and that's what
Shooter!
but yeah, I also run into a problem fighting this tentacle, and I'll explain in a minute, but I'll let you watch the failure.
okay.
It's it's not immediately obvious. Yeah, I hit that dead center.
Yeah.
Well, slightly down.
Oh yeah, but it still hit the big glowing yellow part. And
Okay,
yeah,
Grazed the side there.
yeah. Well, that's the thing with the contact beam. It doesn't matter if you hit it directly on the spot. It just means that you gotta hit it. I really could theoretically hit it anywhere.
Should really walk onto that middle platform. Maybe it's not detecting the hit.
It's not that it's.
You're hitting the wall or something and not the invisible wall of doom. There we go.
Yeah, and I accidentally used stasis like several times. So before somebody points it out, yes, I'm aware that I keep forgetting the button placements. But now, time to drag this giant eye poker out. Or I've never actually been able to figure out what the marker reminds me of.
What? You've hardly had any time to move this thing.
Seriously.
They're attacking you again?
How many triggers are attached to this thing?
Like 3. Situational awareness!
You have none.
Yeah, that was the point.
That did less damage than it looks like it did.
I know, right?
Got all this armor is wet in the way.
But it looked like he took out a lot of blood in that, chokehold grab thing.
It's motor oil.
Yeah, it's probably just
Sure.
motor oil from the armor.
Because it totally looks like that. Totally.
Censoring makes it so that they make it all like chocolate milk or whatever.
They don't censor this shit. Did you see last chapter where some chick blew her head off with a plasma cutter?
Yes.
Clearly, she was a robot.
Okay, to be fair, there was a spark that flew off whenever she shot her head off, but still.
Exactly.
Yeah, for those of you playing at home, every time you hear Newbie Spud make that sound, take a drink.
No, I don't want to kill anyone.
They'd already be beauty drunk by this point.
Yeah, and I'm also very paranoid while I'm moving this thing along.
As
so.
you should be, because it triggered 2 freaking waves of enemies.
Yeah, I remember, I think there's 3 triggers at least.
One at the start, one at the very first corner, and probably one at this corner.
Sadly, no. But I stop anyway and look.
Thought I heard something.
Yeah, that should be the caption.
Delivering cargo shipment 782.
And now 1,000,000 monsters.
Nah, I think it's just a couple, actually.
The cargo lift has arrived. The marker is in the hangar bay. Now you can load it into the shuttle. Hurry.
Hold on, I gotta fight another dozen monsters again. God, this is getting boring.
Says you.
I don't know. You would think at this point Isaac is probably getting really annoyed. He's like, oh, god damn it.
Only if you have somehow become completely numb to everything that's going on.
He's a space engineer.
Admittedly, at this point, I kind of am. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this well. You really should have seen my first playthrough, because that would have been comedy gold. 5 seconds.
What are those strings doing? Ah,